I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
podcast
on the Citadel.
The following podcast has been broken up into two parts to ensure that it gets to your eyes and ears on time. Part 2 will come Monday, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 8 at night in the UK. Welcome to Andromenerds, the #1 Mass Effect podcast on the internet.
In the world.
In the world.
My name is Minius of Minius GC, and with me are my co-hosts, Tucker from Mass-Effect-Follower.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tucker from Mass-Effect-Follower.
I really hope you guys don't make this one hard on me. The one and only Biofan.
What?
Yeah, that'll
What?
work as an intro.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Biofan. Sorry. Okay, hi.
And for the second week in a row, Ability Drain.
All right.
Keeping up the record.
I know. Shock horror.
Heads up, this episode should be releasing on Friday, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 8 at night in the UK. Then we are moving to
Why
Mondays.
are you telling them that? They're listening. They should know.
Huh?
By now. If they're listening, then it's already past that time. Why are you telling them?
I don't.
Or are you just giving them a regular
Okay, so
time?
you were complaining about how you didn't get much sleep. I had 4 hours. So,
Hey, I had 4 hours.
but anyway, yeah, we're moving to Mondays. So that time right there, I didn't want to have to say it twice, but Biofan interrupted.
Because I'm awesome.
Those times, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 at night in the UK. I didn't look up any special times for this week. We do have an email address. You can send questions there or other things. It's andromenerds@gmail.com. And N7 Day for us was yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But before...
Oh, man. It was so stressful. It was just like floodgates open, influx, and I'm just like, I still haven't caught up with all of it. It's so much stuff.
First of all, we had a really dumb discussion last week about colors and identity of people. And there was a bet that was made.
Are we doing the crowns now?
Yeah, so you get a crown for the week, right? So you get a crown or something.
Well,
Did I win?
can I vent first and then we go into
No.
the
You
formality?
get to vent with a crown on if you can.
Ah.
It's better that way.
Suave as fuck.
So first of all, on the issue of Tucker's potential Dunsat, I vote that we void that because none of us were right.
No? Oh, of course not,
None of-
because it was a completely new character.
So none of us were right.
So none of us were
It
right.
will suck.
That would be a push. So you're
Trust me, there
clear.
will be moments where I wear the dunce hat. You hear the theories that I say.
I have a feeling that dunce hat is going to be passed around quite a bit.
Do we all get dunce hats then?
You get a dunce hat if you are, well, I guess kind of if you act like Tucker and make weird predictions and are adamant
Except,
about it.
I made some weird ass predictions. A decent amount of my predictions have actually come true. So
Yeah, you hit on an unreasonable amount of them. I'm kind of uncomfortable with that.
I was like, whoa.
But speaking of predictions, that's what we're taking care of. We made a bunch of predictions.
Okay.
Do you want to just guess on an average? How did we do?
we got 1 out of 12.
I think we probably did quite well, considering how much was released.
First of all, we're going to go over mine because out of all of us, I whiffed the hardest. So I can be more of an impartial
What does
judge.
whiffed mean?
I said that we would get gameplay with the Mako. We did not. I said we would see a
the Mako.
I said we would see a Volus, which was kind of hopeful thinking. We did not.
Aw.
That did not happen, but they could be in the game.
I said we would get a Space Bear name. We just saw a Space Bear once.
We saw it. We saw the space bear. That was awesome.
we
they
saw them.
were there, and I was excited, and I love space
But
bears. Hashtag space
that was
bear
not
initiative.
my prediction because I didn't want to go too soft.
I
but-
know that this isn't true, but part of me likes to think that they put that in there because of space bear.
I think they look
Oh,
cool.
I think they did. I
don't think we're that important, but it would be cool.
Okay, I think it maybe influenced the decision to do it that they were already
Oh, yeah.
thinking about. Let's put it that way.
Hashtag.
Hashbag.
Four hours of sleep. Hashtag Space Bear.
No, we know what's on your mind.
Yeah.
I was taking like a drink of water, and then right as it hit my throat, I laughed, and it made this weird like
I'm
sound.
trying to find this tweet. It was a Space Bear initiative with like BARE with a naked Asari.
Oh yeah, the bare naked butt thing.
Yeah,
that was
the bear
clever. I
initiative.
didn't catch that the
That's
first
clever.
time.
My Twitter was literally 100 notifications every like 10
Yeah, it
seconds
was
on
insane.
Andromeda. So I missed like 99% of things people tweeted at me.
That must be
Yeah,
what,
I didn't do
what
well
it's like
either.
to be a really big YouTuber and just constantly you just don't see half of it. 'cause it
Yeah,
floods.
I was just like, I cannot possibly answer all of you. It's literally impossible.
I was too busy trying to info grab.
Sorry, people. I love you. I wanted to talk to you, but I was a little busy, and there was a lot of you, and I was like,
So it is my job on the show to organize it. I have already taken us off course. That was 100% my fault. This is not going to go well.
Do you want to put
All
us
right,
back on the tracks?
Biofan, we're going to go with your predictions. First of
Okay,
all, you
cool.
said that we would see a Turian.
We did not,
No.
but we did get confirmation that they are there.
Although I had
right.
a person in the comment section saying that there is a Turian in the trailer. Although I don't see it during.
I haven't
during the-
analyzed it yet because there's too much news.
I've
first.
not even
I usually
watched
like
it
to
more
get
than
news then
once.
analyze, and there's too
Yeah,
much.
but I mean, because one of the first things that we did with MassEffectFollower is a trailer breakdown. The scene that he's talking about is, that very end climactic scene where people are running and you very clearly see the Solarians. He says
Yeah.
that in the background that it looks like there's a Turian, but it really looks like the Raccoon Asari.
I didn't see a Turian. Yeah, I looked at that a number of times, but
I haven't analyzed it. Apparently, Minius has, so I'll trust Minius.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but I'm just saying that that was up there.
so that was a solid.
Well, they have their own art.
It was a solid prediction. We will see Turians. This will be a discussion further down the line, I think.
So half crown, or
I can give you. Well, you don't get a crown
Half
per
crown.
prediction. There's one crown that gets handed out to the winner.
Haha.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, so it's who got the most.
yeah, that is
right.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we will
Okay,
get to that.
okay,
So your second prediction. So we're going to give you a half point. Is that acceptable for everyone? It's
Yeah.
it's
I mean-
very generous.
I mean, okay,
Okay.
sure.
You said that we would have a trailer centered around the Ryder family.
Technically, they're in there.
But it's not
Centered.
centered
Oh,
around
three
them.
of them are in
Centered around the Ryder family.
Technically, they're in there.
I would say that was not centered around the Ryder family.
Oh, you could
Yeah,
also
really,
say,
well.
because they're in there, you could say it was centered around the Raccoon Asari, too.
It wasn't really centered around anything, was it?
Just work with me, Tucker. Okay, just work with me. All
No,
right.
it was centered around the story.
I thought it was centered around the robot dragon.
It was centered
So yeah, 0 points on that.
centered around the
I
robot.
apologize. If you want to dispute this, you can.
I honestly don't really care all that much. This is just fun.
Okay.
Right to your congressman.
Your final prediction. Let's not get into that today. It is a Tuesday. Oh boy.
It is the Tuesday.
Trailer. You said the trailer would be narrated by one of the playable characters. There was no narration.
It was by their dad,
in the-
and then a bad dude.
So half a point, which is like
Okay.
infinitely better than I did. So congratulations.
So I got 1 point total. I guess.
half a point total.
Well, I got half a point and then another half a point, so then 1 point total. Right?
Where did you get your second half a
I
point?
thought you gave me the second half a point for my third prediction because the Ryder dad was in there, and that's kind of
But-
technically sort of like related.
but the third- but- Centered. I would listen to this again specifically because I figured that we were going to have to
okay,
get a
you know,
nuance.
I don't really care. I'll take
Okay,
that half a point.
you get one half.
Fuck
Trust me, that's very good. We did awful.
We really did. Like, there were 12 predictions, and we did not do well with them.
I mean, I honestly thought we would get a live stream, and we can get into this a little bit later. And all my predictions were based around that, and we did not. And it wasn't even close. Anyway, Ability Drain came up with a lot of general predictions.
I don't even remember what I said.
That's okay. I do. You said that we would get a proper look inside the Tempest.
We
We
certainly
technically did.
Well, did we?
Wait,
Where?
oh wait, no, we got in the Hyperion.
That would not be in the Tempest.
So that would not be in the Tempest. I'm sorry. 4 hours of sleep. What's up? It was a ship. Same thing.
This is where these can get disputed. I think if we do this in the future, we need an independent arbitrator.
Well, when I say
Okay.
in, like proper look, I meant like you'd actually see it inside for more than like 5 seconds or something. And we
Yeah.
got neither of anything, so neither of anything, whatever.
Here's the one that's most in dispute. We would find out why the Ryder family leaves for Andromeda specifically.
Well, they didn't tell us that in the
Half-point?
trailer, but we have sort of kind of found out.
Which
like,
would count.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, because we said, like, in general, what would come out in
The
7
the
days.
issue of that, though, is that the reason that they're going to Andromeda at the moment, so that far that we've revealed, is they're going to Andromeda just because.
Just
because
because.
they can.
And I was like, does that count? I mean, I was trying to get you to be more specific on that, but I don't know. What do you guys think as far as point totals go on that one?
I'm not bothered.
I'll hate half a point. I mean,
Is it worth half a point? It was a very, it was
oh, I just got that.
clever. And then you said that we would learn more about the dad.
We did.
We
We
did.
kind of did.
I mean, not much, but
I
a little
bet
bit.
you. I guess we're in the crown bet right now, so I guess it's not an appropriate time to bring forth another crown bet.
We got time for that.
Sure.
Oh, we do? Okay. I bet you that the dad dies.
Oh yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm already working on a video about that.
I think we're all on board with that.
Because how else would we become the
Yeah,
dad?
Can I
I'm
just
already-
point out
already
that
do.
default Space Dad looks like Bryan Cranston, like a grizzled, battle-worn Bryan Cranston.
I wouldn't mind
It is
that.
going to be like Malcolm in the Middle in space, and I for one
That's where you
welcome
went with the
that.
Malcolm in the middle. That's your Bryan Cranston role. Okay.
Yeah, because
come
she's
on.
family
a
as
grizzled
well.
Bryan Cranston. We go with Malcolm in the middle. Caught me off guard. 4 hours
'cause
sleep.
you're-
What are,
family's
what are
there.
these blue crystals you have in your room? Nothing. Don't mind that.
So as far as I learn more about the
What?
dad thing, yeah, I'm definitely willing to give you more than half a point, even though I think all we learned was who he was voiced by.
No, we learned a few things. If you go
What
on
did-
the
We learned his
website,
name, and
he
it-
tells you his backstory. He was a soldier and blah blah blah.
Yeah, actually,
go
you're
on,
right.
Go
Okay,
on the
yeah.
Andromeda Initiative
And he's the
website.
human pathfinder.
I was digging for that and I missed it, but yes, so that's a full point.
Thank you.
So we got you at a point and a half, which
a
is very
start.
solid.
in the lead.
Then let's go to Tucker. We would see.
All the weird shit's gonna come out now. Here we go.
Dude, I had a spot on prediction.
Tucker's predictions were incredibly even. It was like exactly what I was asking for. Somewhat controversial little thing. I was like very surprising that he nailed that. I do not give you enough credit most of the time.
Dude,
You
I
said that
told
we would
you.
see.
My theories, you guys like go on me about the things I say, but then you turn out I'm right, and guys just go, oh shit, what now?
No, it's because you're an irritating little shit.
I am! I've been told that many times, especially by my mother, but
In the nicest possible way.
And then
Tucker,
We
you're
love
not.
you, Deb.
You're
We love
wrong
you,
a lot
Deb.
more than you're right. I don't know if I
yeah,
have to
but when
fill
I'm
you in on that
right,
or not.
it's awesome.
When you're right, you tell us.
I am 100% right 40% of the time.
Not a bad percentage. So we get a shot inside of the Ark. What do you guys think on that one? We kind of did.
for like a brief second, there was
I
an
can't
Asari.
even remember.
I'm
I've
assuming
only
maybe
seen it
male
once.
writer. I haven't
Well,
looked
with
at
the
it yet. He was
orientation
brunette,
one,
but
there was the shot inside.
oh yeah, that one. That was inside the
Oh yeah,
cryo
that was a
imaging.
good one.
This is at the point where, since we didn't get what we were expecting, that kind of warrants almost a
We
full
are grasping.
point.
We are grasping, but
We are grasping, but you did see some inside compared to these other ones.
no. Oh,
that's,
and we
that's
saw
like a
some
20.
of the inside during the beginning of the other trailer when shit was getting blown up and they were like shaking all about.
Yeah, I think so.
They were doing
Yeah,
when
there was
when they
that
were doing
scene
the
with
hokey
there was
pokey
an
and everything.
Asari. I think it might be male writer. I don't know. It was too short. I haven't analyzed it yet.
I think the intention of your prediction was we would get a proper look, like Ability Drain
Oh, yeah,
said.
that was my.
But we were so not even close that I want to give you a full point because
Give him the point.
Yeah, go on.
you said that multiplayer would be shown off,
It was mentioned.
It was
was
mentioned,
not.
but it was not shown.
but it was not shown off.
Wait. Well.
Well, they've opened the
Well-
beta thing, haven't they? It kind of counts.
Well,
no.
there was
A large chunk in the Game Informer article about multiplayer.
I haven't even looked at that yet.
But
It is
before
that thing is
Yeah.
packed like a can of tuna.
before we go down that rabbit hole, I think we were all thinking visual, right? We all run YouTube channels.
Yeah.
You might know this if you're
Yeah.
watching this.
we do shit.
Yeah.
What?
We run YouTube channels thinking visually. The text format of this release kind of caught us off guard. Or at least me off guard. Maybe I'm just too millennial or something.
Oh, I don't think you were caught off guard alone.
No.
I think we were all caught. We are there. Let me vent for a
Vent.
second.
Although we're not quite done yet, but go ahead.
There has never, ever been this much information about a Bioware game released in one day.
I know.
Ever.
It was just insane.
Ever. It was insane.
I'd say organized
like,
chaos, but there was no organization to my end.
It was just the pure. I mean, hey, it's beautiful chaos. I love it. But the analogy I kind of told Minius was like, it's like eating a gallon of ice cream.
You said 10 gallons, and I put out that.
I said 10 gallon at
Twitter.
first. I was
all at once.
Okay, whatever.
Chucked on you. It's like, done.
All at once. Like, you love it, but you kind of wish that you had, like, I don't know, multiple sittings to go through it, you know?
By the way, we had a little poll on that. 73% of the people out of 186 said that you would die if you ate 10 gallons of ice cream.
I looked at the volume of the stomach, and it
You
pretty
get
much
a brain
can hold
freeze
about a
from hell.
gallon max, so 10 would
10
probably
gallons.
kill you.
10 gallons,
10
like
would-
you. I don't know how you could get that in you.
Well, see, and here's the question: is how fast are you eating the 10 gallons too?
That was
How
not
big is your
established.
mouth? I
That is
suppose.
another good question, because you could theoretically throw up a gallon and then eat another gallon.
Well, not just that, but
and
if
then
you
throw
have 10 gallons, you could eat that in the span of
Yeah.
a week. We never signified a time.
It says one sitting is the only qualifier.
It was one
In one
sitting.
I didn't see
was
that part.
the-
Yeah,
it was one sitting.
And theoretically, you could sit on the toilet and do it.
That's
At one point, it's just
disgusting.
coming out.
That's
the same
how
time it's
Elvis
coming in.
died. Do you know that? It wasn't ice cream. It was a
It was a
burger.
peanut butter banana sandwich that was fried, actually.
Yeah, but he still shat it out. That's
I
the
did some
point.
judo there. I was trying to cut Biofan off so we could get our crown handed out because the final prediction that Tucker had
Yeah, we kind of went
was
off again, but okay.
was a kind of a dual thing, which we gave him. We gave him at the time. He said we would get Mass Effect Remastered, or the games would finally become Xbox One backwards compatible. 100%.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
I
one
say
was.
give him the point. Give him the full point.
So
Tucker, you won.
Tucker wins the crown.
Haha! Bow down, bitches!
what?
Put the crown on your head, Tucker. You got to pick out a crown and send it to Biofan, and it'll be
What?
seamless in the actual
Pick
video.
out
Congratulations.
the most blingingest, if that's even a word, crown you can find.
I already know.
You already know.
Is it gonna be like a pretty princess tiara?
Damn it! How'd you know what I was gonna say? I had the loop.
Well, I'm glad you said it because I think people would
know
think that
all.
Biofan was just giving you a tiara just because.
Booyah!
Yeah.
I would have done it regardless, TBH.
So yeah, second crown handed out. Tucker went from a dunce hat to a crown within a span of like 12 hours.
Oh, that's. Have you seen the one he's picked out?
All right, now I got to take a look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Perfect.
Actually, even
Perfect.
better is you can
Precious.
do a little pair if you want. You can match that with this.
Oh wow.
Oh, I'm doing that
I
one.
like the
am.
wand.
Is it a PNG though? Is there a background on it?
Look, Tucker, this is a momentous occasion, and you have turned it back into
Oh, what? Are you surprised I turned this into a joke?
No, I'm not surprised.
Nope.
I just think it's
I
funny.
think
Not
it's
at all.
great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's
to
going
take
to be
this-
an
this is-
excellent look. I approve.
As far as crown bets on the line, we have one more coming up, which is
It's
still
the
in the air.
release date because they
Release
did not
date.
announce that.
They did not announce it. No release date.
Okay, now I'm thinking it's getting delayed, but I'm honestly not that bothered by it.
I'm a bit worried. I'm getting a bit. If it is,
I think they should just take as long as it's needed. So long as the game's good, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine as long
if
as
it
it's
gets
good.
delayed
Yeah.
again, I'm going to be a bit worried.
I wouldn't be worried. I just
Not that I'm not worried about the
I'm not
development.
worried.
I'm worried that it will have been pushed so far that people would have lost interest in it.
I don't think you can lose.
Well, the
interest
thing
in
is, the
Mass
people
Effect.
were
It's-
pretty hyped when The Last Guardian was released, and that took like an eternity.
It hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, but
Look
Okay.
how many
But I'm
times The
also-
Witcher 3 was pushed back, and that is just an
well,
amazing
and
game. And
then
everybody
it can
loved
also
when it came
go
out.
the other way of people get so excited for it. Oh, it's getting pushed. It's going to be fantastic. Everything like that. And when it comes out, it doesn't live up to people's expectations. Kind of like
That's always a risk. That's always a risk.
Half-Life 3. You know, I don't think
You and your
at this
Half-Life.
point, Half-Life 3 cannot release. It cannot. Strictly because it's been so anticipated now that if it releases, it'll never live up to hype. And I'm
swear.
worried that
Halo
Andromeda is
and
going to be that same
Half-Life
path.
seem to be your jam. It's just you really like them. I mean, they're
FPS.
good, but okay.
FPS, first person shooter. That was asked in the comment at some point. So yeah, release date to be determined. I will not get worried about the release date thing. Apparently, we're going to see actual gameplay, which I really, really wanted to see.
Oh yeah, that's
on December
right.
1st.
When is it?
that's gonna be
December
awesome.
1st at the Game
First at the
Awards.
Video Game Awards.
By the way,
yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Oh, you are?
I am going to be there
Are
in
you gonna,
person.
you gonna film?
Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll have hands-on and you can do a
That
little
I
demo.
doubt.
You can grope it.
I am hoping to land a BioWare interview. If anyone special is listening, I will work hard for that. But certainly going to give you a different perspective on that. So I'm looking forward to that. But that is in the future. So anyway, we have an enormous info drop, and we can talk about whatever.
There's so much. I don't know. I don't know when to start.
I want to take you a little bit behind the scenes. We have a chat going that runs most of the time, and we're looking at we got a trailer. There's this little Game Informer article, and then Shinobi came out with all these points, and it's a ridiculous list of points of what things.
Between the trailers themselves, the information that was uploaded to the official Mass Effect website, the information that was uploaded to like GameStop and other like retailers and whatnot, the friggin' Game Informer article that's like 1 million pages,
Game
packed
Informer
dense with
leak by
information
Shinobi.
like a can of tuna, and developer tweets and
There's a lot. And
I love it.
And then there's even more still dripping out. It's just insane.
And
I can't keep up.
I likened it to getting kicked in the face with Mass Effect Andromeda information. You're like, woohoo, Mass Effect Andromeda information, but it kicks you in the face.
Take it, you fucking bitches. Here you are. All right.
10 gallons of ice cream is pretty solid as a metaphor.
yeah. It's
Pretty solid if you leave it in the freezer too long and all.
Well, here's an interesting question. So I know that, first of all, that Game Informer article that you can, I think it might be completely leaked at this point. At least the pictures are. But
Is the full thing leaked? Because I want to see it, and
It's-
I'm not paying for 12
it's-
months of shitty fucking articles just for that.
it's
As much as I love Mass Effect, I can't.
it might be the
paying that.
densest video game article I've ever seen in my life.
20 pages.
By the
right?
way, I still
It's-
cannot read that Game Informer article. I paid for it and everything.
Did you put in your email after your purchase confirmation came through?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you put in the right email? Because I figured out that I put in the wrong email.
Oh no, I know it's the right email.
I would give it another shot, but it's like densely packed. Maybe it's just because I'm so into Andromeda. So, but by the time Biofan and I
so
read that article,
much.
like literally, I think the two of us were dead stunned for a full hour, and did not make any.
I wasn't stunned for a full hour. I was stunned for a full 5 hours. It took me 5 hours to read
It's
through
like,
that.
I don't
thing,
know what to do.
Pull the information. My information.
It,
My information from that totals 4,000 words.
Jesus.
Just of that
that's
article.
on notes, right? Notes.
That's just
Notes.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny
4,000
because you
words
guys just
of
kept
information
going,
from the
I
article."
don't know what to do. And I'm just sitting there. You two were just discussing in chat, going, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do.
Like, we're just looking at it. I read like 5 pages at a time, and I'm just like, there's still more. There's still
literally-
more.
And you guys kept typing that, like, there's more. Oh my god, how is there more? And I was sitting there.
It's like, yeah, but what's there? What? And no one's fucking telling you.
I was
What's
sitting there eating my dinner, watching that. I had pizza, and I had hot chocolate, and I was just sitting there watching the chat, and it was hysterical. And I loved
Screw
it.
you, man.
Well, I'm sitting there in the DMs trying to find out from Biofan, and he's like giving me these weird replies. I'm like, but what's in it? Stuff. Oh
And I'm
no,
like,
this is. I was like, that's not helpful.
You just need to read it for, like, I asked Minius, I was kind of the same with Minius in the chat. I was like, Minius, just send me the stuff. Like, tell me what's in it. And Minius says, like, I can't. And then you were like, hey, Biofan, just send me the stuff. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
How
I can't.
was that when I first said that? Like,
I'm still not saying it.
You're like, just send me the stuff, and I said I can't do it. Were you annoyed at me?
I was kind of like, what do you mean?
That's
Like-
exactly what I thought.
Like, I was
what
kind of
do you
like,
mean
is
you can't?
Minius just being lazy? And then when I
like,
read it
Prince
myself,
read
he's
it.
not being lazy.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna come
No.
off like a huge jerk, but I
But
literally
when
meant
I
like
read it, I was like,
I can't. It's if you want a lot of Mass Effect information, it might be worth a purchase. I think that information will come out over time, and certainly
Someone's
the
gonna
four
have
of
to
us
leak it.
will be doing our thing to get that to you. So
I
here's
will
my
say,
question.
just to kind of make people more interested in watching our videos, it is a lot to digest, so it may also be good to, if regardless of whether you read the article or not, to pay attention to all our videos on it, because there is so much to digest. So, also, I would like to point out, as a writing major, I was very annoyed that they misspelled Sarah's name.
Oh, that's right. They
It
added
is
a H, didn't they?
S-A-R-A, no H, because H's are L.
Have you noticed how they seem to be using names from Dragon Age and stuff? It's like it's like an ode to the previous games, and they keep sort of reusing.
Who else from Dragon Age's name has been...
There was a Liam?
There was a Liam?
There's a Liam. Oh, no, there's not a Liam in Dragon Age. But, for example, Solus as Solus, and then, they do that in general. They'll take a couple
well,
of
Morden
names
Solus
bring
and Solus weren't actually related at all.
No,
I
but
interviewed
I know,
Patrick
but
Weeks.
it's still
There's no
very
connection
similar.
there.
It's almost like a nod to their other
You mean
franchises.
phonetically similar?
I'm not as into Dragon Age as you two. Which Solus was first?
Morden.
Morden.
Apparently,
right?
when I interviewed Patrick Weeks, Morden Solus came first, but separately, like completely separately, no connection at all. It was planned that Solus from Dragon Age would be his name, like a while ago.
Right.
Yeah, I
Like
figured
before the
that
game
that could
was
go
made.
way back. So
Yeah. So I don't know which was technically first,
Bastard
but
egg.
they were not
That's what
connected
I
at
call
all when deciding what their names were.
But yeah, anyway, that article, many videos. But my question was that the right way to go about releasing information?
I don't
To
know.
get it to
I ain't
people.
read it yet.
No.
I think yes.
We're overwhelmed. Think about the fans
I
that
think,
don't
yeah,
know
give-
where all to look for things.
Yeah.
Like, most of the people I'm talking to are like, there's too much for me to, like, look at. I'm just going to wait and let Biofan
I
cover
think-
it, because there's way too much for me to look into. It was too much all for one day.
The problem that we're finding as YouTubers covering this sort of thing in general is that, a lot of us have like university, college, school, or they have second jobs, or they've got a million other things to do. And so we're getting this information dumped on us, and there's a lot of it all at once. And it's really difficult for us to scrabble to get it all. We're not sleeping because obviously we're working overnight. It's not, it doesn't work for us. And I know obviously, BioWare put their stuff out. It doesn't matter about the people covering it, but it would have been helpful if it had just been maybe drizzled out across a week or, whatever.
I
'cause it was a
think,
bit
yeah,
much.
I agree if it was drizzled out more, or if, I don't know, like we had some kind of access to it early or something.
So
I don't
we're looking
know.
at that from a very
I
YouTube-centric
like it.
point of view.
I liked it how they dropped it.
I want to get to you, I'm leading to you, Tucker, because
Okay.
it's obviously not great for us. Great for Game Informer. Tucker, why do you like it, actually?
But Game Informer
Well-
got it early anyway, didn't they? So
Yeah,
Exactly.
Game Informer
Alright.
got access like way early.
So
Is it-
Tucker.
Is it my turn now?
Tucker, this is your
Yeah.
period.
Yeah,
Okay.
we go.
Anyway, I like it like that because first off, it doesn't matter if they put it throughout the day or not. It's all on the internet. It's all there already. So
Says the person with the least amount of work to
that's
do.
not true. I still because I have to.
Now you
manage
have a
it as
sweatshop.
well.
You have a sweatshop of your
No.
poor little follower workers that you're going to make them do all the work and you're going to get all the credit. You
No,
have a
I mean
sweatshop.
everyone's getting paid at Follower with that.
Yeah, people in the sweatshop
So-
get paid.
Says the person who has the least amount of work to do out of this group.
Anywho, okay, no. So
We're all giving him the stink eye. You can't see it.
No, here's the thing. While they write, I am overviewing, talking with them. We are still all writing together. It's just, I'm like, hey, I have to go eat. You write that. So I do have the advantage. But, in the end, the bonus for you guys is when you get the money, you get more.
You have significantly less
Well,
work.
depends. Well, not
Oh, yeah.
necessarily, because it depends who watches it.
I think
You
I
know,
think what you're
so-
what you're getting here, Biofan and I, at the very least, super jealous.
Easy. Just bring on some people.
Yeah, I got
I-
a T-shirt. Shove it up your ass.
You
So
noticed
does
that I
Follower.
didn't put you in there.
Those t-shirts are so
So does Follower.
soft. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are soft.
I also whatever. Well, we can get into that later. Here's what I think, though. I think the only person who this was, or the only party that this release was good for, was Game Informer,
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't really get into why I thought it was fine.
and I cut Tucker off again. And,
Yeah, and Tucker hasn't even really dove into the article yet, so he doesn't really know
No,
the
no
full...
worries.
No, hey, guess what? I got one of my writers doing that.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they know how bad
Don't you
it
want to
is.
read it yourself, though? Just
Oh no,
to-
I
just to
am
see.
going to read it once Game Informer actually works. But for the time being, I have Dan searching through that. He's taking the day to do that.
You guys should just give me like your user account so that I can read it.
Anywho,
So,
I promise I won't take down your card details. I won't.
Can I jump in real quick?
All right.
and say
Tucker's
a
not
little
done
something?
yet. We cut him off several times.
I'll go
already,
fuck
right?
myself.
No, we cut him off several
Anywho.
times already.
Anywho,
Go for it, Tucker.
it's all released at once, so that way, if we're making news videos or doing breakdowns or speculation stuff, it's all right there. We don't have to go, oh, well, more news is coming out, let's wait on the
but
videos.
it's not,
It's all out.
because-
Start making videos as fast as you can and get some stuff going.
Yeah, but it's
But there's
not
too
though,
much to
because,
cover.
Yeah, there's so much coming out, and then the devs start tweeting it, saying, "Oh, there's different things," and they clarify stuff. So even then, you can't really get it out immediately because
you
even
still
now
can.
they're clarifying things.
Well, I
and
mean,
the day
it's
after.
better than, say, they did the trailers. They just put the trailers out, and then the day after, oh, here's the names for all the characters, and here's all the voice actors. And then, oh, the video I made that
I
came
would've
out that
preferred
day,
that.
where I maybe
prefer that.
speculated the voice actors, that's completely wrong. That entire time that I put on that is wasted. If while they put it all out at the same time, so in the video you can say that, oh, there's the dad who's Alec Ryder, there's the daughter who's Sarah Ryder, and all that stuff, and you can expand your video and put more into it.
I like the speculation and stuff, but yeah.
Speculation is
I get
fun.
what
but
Tucker's saying, and I understand it, and I partly agree with it. But the thing is, the sheer volume of what was released was too much.
And the thing is, it was about a lot of different things. If it was like, okay, so you got your trailer, and then there's the stuff about your family and this, that, and the other, then great. And then the next day they could say, here's stuff about the Tempest, and then the next day, oh, here's stuff about the Ket or whatever, and go down that route. So everything is, linked to each thing, but it doesn't need to be like, boom, here you go, here's 10 gallons of shit, now sort through that.
I think the ideal is like once a week. That way, like if you do make a news video, it still has value for like at least 5-6 days before there's more news that may contradict it. But one thing that I would love to see in the future is if video game companies, specifically BioWare, because that's what we do, if like, I don't know, if somehow they could take the big YouTubers or influencers or whatnot and give us, I don't know, have us sign some kind of embargo or something, give us
NDA,
materials
yeah.
early, so that way we could cover it and not have to scramble and rush, and we can put in time and make it good quality and put out. And actually, I think because obviously we do help advertise for them, it's free advertising for them. We do help hype, we do help get people interested in the games. So I think that if we put out more polished content, that would actually benefit them more.
Yeah,
and quicker.
we are looking at this,
even.
and I'm sure you've noticed this, at an extremely biased angle. We're YouTubers.
Yeah, we're very biased.
We're talking about ourselves. I was thinking more in the lines of, is this good for the game from a marketing standpoint? And I still don't think it is. I think that timed release is a better way to build excitement, period.
Is
Once
it
a
good
week.
for the fans as well, though? Because,
You have to think about who is buying the game.
Yeah.
The non-YouTubers, the like regular people, even like the higher, like the really interested fans. I had so many people telling me like, "Oh, there's far too much for me to even get on top of. I'm
Exactly.
just
Is
going
that
to wait
good
for
for
BioFan
the
to cover it because there's
consumers?
way too much."
Is that good for the consumers and the fans because they're missing stuff out because there's so much? They're not
Yeah.
seeing all of it, and obviously they're relying on other sources to fill in the blanks. But when it's also difficult for those other sources to find all the information, it's not really good for anyone. That's
Now-
my personal opinion.
digressing kind of back to what BioFan, obviously we all would love to get the information a day earlier or something so we can make all the videos, make them nice and polished, everything like that. But and that's from, our point of view, but also from experience on the other side, the more that you put out, the higher chance it can get leaked and not put out in a way that you want. And yes, there are
That's
embargoes.
why you give it to trusted sources
Yeah.
and have them
This is,
sign
yeah,
like
NDAs and
extremely
things.
in-depth legal documents that are very.
There are embargoes, but things can still happen.
Well,
So-
things
They
happen
give out
anyway.
all sorts of stuff to news reporters all the time with embargoes, like tons of
But
places.
look at
yeah.
the recent Mass Effect Andromeda stuff.
I mean,
How much of
and-
it has gotten leaked?
And not just that, but
All of it.
GameSpot leaked the cover art an hour before BioWare put any and 7-Day News out.
And they also, okay, let me just say this. The people that are more passionately dedicated to your company, like us, are going to try harder to get things more accurately right and to do more right by you versus those mass stream
Big
media
corporate
stuff have so
fuckers.
many things they have to cover. They probably aren't as like passionately dedicated to specifically you.
Or is clued up. Let's be honest here.
or is clued up with the whole picture. So when you give it to someone else, they may accidentally release it early, or they may misspell your main female protagonist's name.
And there's another thing I saw misspelled. There's something in like the Microsoft description for the game. They misspelled something.
Things like that. So, like when you have us, obviously we won't reach as many people as those major companies, but we will do better by you,
Well, I mean, if you look at it this way, with the Dragon Age Inquisition, when they were developing stuff, they gave select YouTubers, me being one of them, access to stuff that Game Informer and the others never got a chance to get on, because then they started reporting on our stuff and still getting it wrong. So, they
I'm
do
mentioned
it.
in articles all the
it.
time. Yeah, like I'm mentioned in GameSpot articles every once in a while because I get things out of developers on Twitter. Kind of things, all over the place.
Well, I mean, with the Dragon Age Keep, that was me, MD, Scottish, and Ash, and we were the only ones that had access to that. And so they do
I was still
it.
kind of a baby YouTuber when that happened.
Yeah, I
so,
think you barely just started at the time, hadn't you?
I was around, but I had barely just started.
I am sure that
tiny.
all of us would love like that some of the information a day early, but it is also understandable from seeing like the other perspective. It is understandable that they want the least amount of people to know while still hitting as big of an audience as they can.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's a numbers game anyway, so naturally you want your game to be seen by as many people as possible. That's understandable. I can see that, but it's still bloody frustrating.
So anyway, I'm legitimately curious to know what the audience thinks about this conversation in general. Is this interesting? This is what YouTubers talk about, by the way, when we talk to each
Are
other.
you
This is all we talk
bored?
about.
Let us know. Are you bored, or do you find this fascinating? Or
We will give you more behind the YouTube scenes if you want, or less than that. Legitimately curious because, hey, N7 Day was yesterday. And that's a pretty good time to stop it. Obviously, we are very busy right now, but this fits with us switching our release time to Monday. So Monday, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 at night in the UK, Tuesday at 7 in the morning in the southeast of Australia, and 9:45 in the Chatham Islands. We will continue the conversation with our favorite things from N7 Day and then answer your questions, which you can send to us at andromenerds@gmail.com. Along with our co-hosts, be sure to follow Andromenerds on Twitter. If you like this podcast and would like to see some more awesome videos, be sure to check out and subscribe to our respective channels.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we'll
go
take
for
the
you.
conversation. We can cut it off if it's not going in a direction we like.
And like if it goes too deep, he'll be like.
All right, I
make
might
that
as well
exact
just... I'm glad we got a blooper already.
That's what I was speaking in Ket.
No.
Oh,
No.
is that what it was? I thought you were having a stroke.
That's what it was.
Okay. Welcome to Andromenerds.